What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today what I want to talk about is Metazoo, but we're also going to talk about Web3, non-fungible tokens, Metaverse, and talk about it very quickly. Now, early on, my channel was based on investing in stocks, cryptocurrency, non-fungible tokens, and I've done a lot of research-based analysis into it. The reason why I want to talk about this today is because recently, Metazoo has successfully sold a bunch of NFTs. And there's a lot of talk out there about NFTs, the Metaverse, and Web3. There's a lot of naysayers right now, a lot of non-believers into this technology. Now, I'm not saying I am an NFT maximalist, but I do believe in the technology going forward. I'm going to explain why and help people wrap their head around what it actually is, right? So we're going to explain that and what some of these large corporations and companies are doing going forward. So if you are a speculator, investor, this might be for you. If you don't understand it, this might be for you. If you have a lot of knowledge about this stuff, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. If you don't understand it, ask a question, because there's a lot of people who do understand it. So first and foremost, what are some of the pros? And then we're going to talk about a con, right? So some of the pros. One is utility. Now, what is utility to a non-fungible token? Utility is when Metazoo came out and said, hey, if you buy our NFT on NFTmetazoogames.com, you will get access to Comic Cons, you'll get early access to booster boxes, you'll get discounts, you might get a promotional card, and we can add to this in the future. That is utility tied to an NFT token, which provides you something. If you go on the VV app and you bought a 007 NFT, you might get early access to the movie, right? That is utility tied to that token. So that is a pro. Another pro was, of course, it gave artists a way to make income for digital art. That is another thing. Now, what is a non-fungible token? Well, to break it down in very layman's terms, on the blockchain, it's a token that's minted on the blockchain, which shows verifiable ownership to who owns that digital art. When you think about an NFT, you think about a pixelated photo, you think about a video, you think about a beautiful photo, a Bored Ape Yacht Club, which a lot of people think is very cool that rich people buy. You name it. There's a lot of different NFTs, and it can take a couple of minutes to make. It's actually not that hard. And there's a lot of websites out there like OpenSea, Rarible, Mintable. There's a bunch of websites. What is a con? Here's a con, right? So on the blockchain, if you were to look up a non-fungible token, it's basically a digital certificate of metadata, which shows a link, right? It sends you to a website basically where your NFT is hosted. It's a string of code and metadata. It barely says anything at all. And it sends me to a website that hosts your NFT. Now, some of you may be asking, well, what is the issue with that? Well, let's think about it, right? If OpenSea, and I'm not saying it will, but if it happens to go under, what happens to your NFT? It disappears. It disappears, right? If that website disappears or it goes out of business, your picture disappears. It doesn't mean your NFT is gone because it's still minted on the blockchain. Now, can you recover your NFT? You can. Yes, there are ways to recover and rehost your NFT to a new website. It is very difficult to do that right now for a lot of people. A lot of people wouldn't even understand or grasp it, right? So how can NFTs advance in the future? First and foremost, we're going to get into Metaverse and what is the Metaverse explained and everything you need to know. The Metaverse is considered the next evolution of the internet. Internet right now, we're looking at Web 2.0. Learn what companies are getting in on the action. Imagine a virtual world in which people live, work, shop, and interact with others all around the world from the comfort of their couch. This is known as the Metaverse. Metaverse didn't become a household term until Facebook changed its corporate name to Meta in October of 2021. Now, Mark Zuckerberg and Gary Vee had a video just the other day talking about the Metaverse. This is huge, right? Why is this huge? It's because Facebook, well, now known as Meta, one of the biggest companies in the world, is talking about getting into the Metaverse very heavy. They literally changed their name to Meta. So what does that mean? That means that Facebook is not identifying themselves basically as just a social media company anymore. They are getting heavily involved into NFTs, into the metaverse, into augmented reality and virtual reality. And they've been doing this for years. The Oculus was being worked on like 7 years ago to get into virtual reality and augmented reality. This is not something they thought about just last night. So this is very, very big. we say, what is the metaverse, right? The metaverse isn't new. The concept isn't new. It was first described in 1992. The metaverse, people use avatars to represent themselves. We've been doing this forever on Reddit. We've been doing it on Xbox when you create your account, whatever it may be, your iPhone, you have an avatar to communicate with each other and virtually build out the community. So metaverse is basically a lot of technology and social media platforms across a broad spectrum and a way that we communicate. We've been doing this on the metaverse. It's the digital way that we interact, right? So we have Zoom, we have Skype, we have video games where we chat with each other. We have voice functions in Discord. We have Oculus, we have VR, AR, we have all of this stuff, which is comprising the metaverse, which includes non-fungible tokens, right? And soon they're going to start putting these non-fungible tokens into massive video games. They're doing it in smaller indie games right now. You have some which are really cool, like Axie Infinity, where you can actually play to earn. You can play a video game and earn cryptocurrency and spend that cryptocurrency. You can actually spend it in the game, sometimes outside the game. You can actually cash out that cryptocurrency. Now, that is big, right? That is very, very big. And it's a way for a lot of countries that are not doing very well to earn money, a way to earn money. The issue with that right now is that games like Axie Infinity is very, very expensive to get into because the floor price to actually get into the game for the NFTs and the characters to play it is very, very pricey to get it. And it's on the ETH blockchain, which has very high gas fees. So next, what is Web3? I mean, in layman's terms, Web3 is an idea for a new iteration of the World Wide Web based on the blockchain or different blockchains, which incorporate concepts including decentralization and token-based economics. So you have blockchain, you have crypto tokens, you have decentralization. Now, decentralization is thrown around a lot in the world of cryptocurrency. Basically, what it means is it's not controlled by one entity, right? Now, one big thing I want to talk about that a lot of people do not know yet, and this is another big piece of news, is Walmart is quietly preparing to enter the metaverse. Walmart appears to be venturing into the metaverse with plans to create its own cryptocurrency and collection of non-fungible tokens. The big box retailer filed several new trademarks, which you can actually look up, a total of 7 different trademarks last month that indicate its intent to make and sell virtual goods. Now, this was just in the end of December. So what are the main things that Walmart's trademarks are talking about? One of the first things is Walmart is talking about creating their own cryptocurrency token. Financial services, namely providing a digital currency and digital token of value for use by the members of an online community via a global computer network. The second thing, very long paragraph. I'm not going to read all of it. Basically, it's saying online retail store services featuring virtual merchandise. So everything from appliances, electronics, entertainment recordings, video games, down to pet products, non-fungible tokens, online virtual store. And the last thing they're talking about is downloadable software for use in managing portfolios of digital currency, virtual currency, cryptocurrency, blah, blah, blah. Basically saying that Walmart is creating their own cryptocurrency wallet and ways to manage your cryptocurrency portfolio. So, you know, when you've went into Walmart in the past, they have Western Union or they have customer service or different financial products that they offer and loans or whatever they have nowadays. But the point is they are going digital. Walmart is one of the biggest brick and mortar retailers in the world. And of course, they are competing with Amazon. Amazon is mostly e-commerce online. So they have to find a way to get ahead and get after it. Amazon already accepts some forms of cryptocurrency. Now, how does this all tie in? Well, 1, Metazoo is going into Walmart next week. 2, Metazoo has dipped their feet into non-fungible tokens, and now Walmart is talking about non-fungible tokens, as well as Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, and other companies as well. So you have to wrap your head around this, right? You have to try to think about it and accept Web3 as the future. It is coming. It is digital technology. It is rapid advancement. And it's something that a lot of us don't understand. But there's a lot of money to be made. But you have to be careful because you will get wrecked. There's a lot of NFTs out there that are useless. And a lot of them, including Bored Apes, who knows, they may be useless in 10 years as well. But when we think about NFTs, right? When we think about NFTs, we got to think about the advancement in technology. And one thing that Mark Zuckerberg said is haptic technology and a way that we can build on top of the metaverse. So think about it like this. I want to leave you with one more example. So think about a non-fungible token right now. I have an image, but in the future, what's going to happen is going to be an open world. It's going to be an open world. And that's what the metaverse is. Essentially, you're creating some massive engine where it has billions of users per day. And imagine an open world universe with photorealism where it looks as real as it can possibly get. And you can interact with people and you can actually purchase non-fungible token cars, pets. You're in a video game like Grand Theft Auto and you can actually ride around and have fun and interact and actually spend cryptocurrency in this universe. It sounds crazy. You have augmented and virtual reality where you actually have holograms. This is far out there technology, but that's what NFTs could be, and that's what it's coming to. So when you're looking at projects, when you're looking at cryptocurrency, ensure that you're investing in something that you think is going to be around for a very long time. I also read that Microsoft is dipping their toes into all of this. And Microsoft also has a connection to Engine, which is another massive company which deals with non-fungible tokens. So look some of this stuff up. Let me know what you think. Was this helpful? Would you like to see more content like this? I didn't mean to just go into a big rabbit hole talking about cryptocurrency, but I do think it's very relevant, especially when it comes into investing. And I don't want a lot of people investing into Metazoo non-fungible tokens blind and just not knowing what they're investing into. So right now, yes, that utility is great. If you like it, it's going up in value. You can sell it and make a profit or just enjoy it. I love all of you and everybody who comes out and tunes in and comments. So please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll be back with y'all soon for another video, and I'll see y'all later. Out.